at the 25-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Lead. Hey, check. What? Twitch. 93, 52, 93, 44. 44. There we go. 58, come on. Stop your whining. Tight dog. Hey.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch this. Watch the twins. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. Can.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Lead. Here we go. Watch the pass.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Houston.
Hands up. Lead. 58, come on. Hey, they're scared. Check. You go, can.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 22, Dalton. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Kill. Hey, 58 is the mic. Well, 58 is the mic. Get in the weight room. Right here. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
57 is the mic. Rock 57. Hey, let's get that ball. Yeah, let's get that ball right here. Check three. Check. 2 by 2. Move.
Andy Dalton. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, wahoo!
Dalton here from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Real. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Drop deep. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, pick your game up. Alert.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Big hold of the 30. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Torrey Cohen, 82 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just hurry. It's me and you. Hey, check. Watch.
Now Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hurry. Staying open.
On first down, it's Hunt. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Slam.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 28. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Back. Hurry.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very event. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. To try again after the sack, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Regular. Mike, 53, Mike. Hey, Charlie. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Seibert's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. Oh, good move. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Crunch time, defense. Motion. Bumps out the helmet. Here we go.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
58, Mike. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. You don't want none of it. Watch this. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check tight.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That is caught by Cohen. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 2-2. Move.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
First down.
Check 26, check 26. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
First down, Houston.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Down. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Dalton. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schober. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 24, check 24.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 46-yard line.
Point it right.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, a run with Cohen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 50. Go, 368.
From the gun, Dalton. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Christian Kirksey charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schober.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Here you go, 10. Right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there. Check pass.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline, talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check your hot read.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check Mike 39. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Pick me up. Hey, Haywood. 39. Check Mike 39. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. They run with Hunt. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. It's caught, Becker. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Seibert on for the PAT. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. Watch the shot. X3, 218, chop.
Dalton now to pass. Able to get away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Nice. 58. Hey, Zoo. Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Dalton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 31. Hurry. It comes to me. It's me. Watch out.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Hurry.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hurry, hurry! 6 guard! Check 6 guard!
On second down, it's Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Check 53. Y'all not ready. Mike, 53. 53. You draw quarters. It's going to be a shot.
Now Mayfield. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The strong safety, Jaleel Adai, right there in coverage. That's not exactly what you want there, especially given the time on the clock. But now, you've got to kick the field goal, right?
You do, and actually, you show a little faith in your defense when you do that, because you kick the field goal here, you're telling them, we believe you'll get the ball back for us for one more shot.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
He's not going to get me. Hands up.
Again, it's Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Dalton wants to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
Hands up, Larry! You better be afraid of me! Watch this! Hey, Alpha! 58's the Mike! Curry! 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got you.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Larry! 58, come on! You remember me? Let's go, baby! 2-2. Move! 58, Mike. All day, every day, any day. Hey! High 7!
So now Dalton. Open man is QT, complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
First down, Houston.
Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So first and 10 now from the 30. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that defeat,